Hey, we are here in Miami, South Beach, for a beautiful event, the launch of a new premium rosé, the collaboration between Gérard Bertrand, Jon Bon Jovi, and Jesse Bon Jovi. Thank you so much for having us right here.
Welcome.
Super excited. We want to know everything, of course. Tell us how did you guys met and how did you end up doing this wine?
Yeah, so before we met Gerard, we were introduced to his wines. We had been drinking them all summer, and we absolutely fell in love with them. And we had been talking about doing this project together, and we had come up with the idea and the label and things like that. And essentially, we had tried a number of his wines, and we said, well, now we have to meet the man. And we went and we were introduced to him through a mutual friend, and we met together in New York, and we told him all about the idea and what we were trying to kind of come up with. And he loved the idea, and
there was a connection because
Absolutely.
I mean, it's something to like a wine, but then it's something else to have a connection, to start a business with somebody. How did you like the idea? Like, how was the first meeting?
Yeah, when John called me, we were connected by a mutual friend, and I said to John, okay, let's start to have a lunch in New York, and we had a lunch together, and we talk about this project. And then I say to John, okay, I love your lifestyle, I love your history, your background. And I met Jesse for the first time. I said, Jesse, first you need to come for the harvest. And Jesse joined us for 1 week in the harvest to try to understand what's happened during this time. And then I say to John and Jesse, you need to come in the south of France to try to create the blend. Because I don't want to make a wine for you, because this is not just a wine, this is a partnership, this is a friendship. And it was important for me to understand their needs and to share all together to create something unique. And we have created a super premium rosé. That's why we work hard together all day to work in this process to make the best blend as possible. And the blend will match and will reflect the culture between the Hampton lifestyle and the south of France lifestyle.
Diving into Hampton water, what did you like about Gérard and his wife, Jon Bon Jovi? What did you like about Gérard Bertrand and his wine?
Oh, well, we loved this wine. We were familiar with Gerard's wines. They're distributed in East Hampton at our local liquor shop. And so when Jesse had come to me with the concept, and we really started to take it seriously, we designed at first the label and the name and the diver. But the idea was that we had to have a premium partner. We had no interest in going and getting a white label partner. We needed credibility and experience, and we needed a great teacher to help us through this process. So having been a fan of his wines, the opportunity to meet him was exciting for us. And then although he responded to the concept, it was more important to him that he responded to us as friends and then as partners, because it's a much bigger vision than both of us had than to just do commerce. This was, wine, like making music, is a collaborative effort. And more importantly, a partnership is more than just a handshake that, you trade the dollar for a product. This is something that's going to have both of our hearts in it.
Yeah,
and it's something that we want to last a long time. So the foundation had to be built on friendship.
And there's something we got to add to it, because here in the U.S., us French, we know rosé.
Sure.
Right. It's been there for forever. Here in the U.S., it's a bit different. You guys got rosé like a few years ago only. It's a boom right now. It's gigantic. And you were already present here, Gérard, in the U.S. with your rosé.
Yeah, of course, we start with red wine in the US market because that's a culture. But when you drink a red wine, it's for yourself, very often. The thing is, when you open a glass of rosé, it's for connecting people. That's why in the US you create happy hours. Yes, and of course now we see the changes because we start to sell rosé in the sunny states, and now we sell rosé across the country, because the culture of the south of France come everywhere. And for me it was great because in Hampton they have the culture of rosé for many years, because the lifestyle of the Hampton is exactly the same as the lifestyle of the south of France.
All right, you got to tell me something. I'm from New Jersey. He's not. You guys are from New Jersey. Wait, what's wrong with New Jersey? You couldn't give us a little rosé too?
There's
Jersey
nothing
Shore.
wrong with New
Come
Jersey. You know,
on.
I'm born and raised in New Jersey. All of my children were born in New Jersey. But in truth, all of our summers have been spent in the Hamptons.
Right.
You know, anyone who is from the south of France, for example, or watching us on television in France, yours is a very big country. Ours is also a very big country, but we come from a very small region. And New York and New Jersey and Connecticut, you know, these are all an
Very
hour
different.
away.
There's nothing like the Jersey Shore. Did you bring him?
Not
Did
yet.
you show him?
No, because
You gotta see.
I love the Hamptons.
I know.
That's home.
It's
for
a bit
me.
different, and I
It's a bit
totally agree
different.
with you.
See
It's
how
a bit
nice and
different.
political you just. It's a little.
But we
different.
love New Jersey.
That's
Come on,
right.
come on, it's beautiful. Tell us a little bit about the wine. What makes it different from others?
Well, the beautiful thing
The
is
rosé.
that I think I reiterated before is A, we were fans of Gerard's wines, but B, we truly blended it together. The three of us sat in the room and we mixed the blend together, and that's what makes it amazing that we created something.
You guys, you're a businessman. How do you pick something? We understood that you said that it was like a connection. Is it something that you would like to further a little bit after?
Sure.
Or what's
Sure.
the,
I mean,
what's
all of our focus needs to be on the launch of Hampton Water as it is right now, and there's a big world ahead of us. We intend to launch from Tokyo to London to France to Germany and Australia and around the globe. So it's a big world we've got ahead of us right now. But eventually, who knows where it'll go for us. And as you ask about the business question, in truth, if you had come to me and said, "Oh, I have a business idea for you. We're going to make these wonderful bronze tables," I'd have no connection to the bronze table.
You need the connection.
So it doesn't matter to me. I think, well, that's a nice bronze table, but I'm not in that business. I love wine. It brings people together. It brings my friends and my family together. I drink the wine. And so we're very proud to present this now to the world to make more friends.
Let's talk about the design of the bottle. It's very interesting. It's a woman on the bottle, and the bottom of it is like very, very different. It looks like it's very feminine bottle. You guys are three very handsome guys. Are you targeting the woman, or tell us about that design?
Well, the design was something that I came up with, and that we all worked together over the last few years, basically at this point. And the idea with the diver was that she was transitioning from water into wine. And so the initial kind of design that we had was a little bit different than what we have today, but the idea was the same, that it was going from water into wine, and so that was a key part. Another really something that I hold very dear about the label is there's a letter on it that I wrote myself, and essentially it invites the consumer, it invites whoever picks up the bottle to essentially come and join us in this lifestyle, because at the end of the day, that was really something that we wanted to share with people. We wanted to share the memories that we all create, when we're sharing a bottle of wine, and so that was something that was very important about the design for us as well.
It's your first time, your first business venture. How is it to work with your dad and Gerard?
It is. It's been an amazing opportunity for sure. I mean, to learn one wine from Gerard has been incredible. We like to drink it essentially, and to learn the minutia of it, and to learn the very small little details. Gerard always says it takes 1,001 details to make a wine, and believe me, we have learned just about every single detail that there is to learn. And so to get that education has been amazing. And to obviously spend as much time as I've gotten to spend with both of these guys now has been an awesome opportunity to not only learn from them, but to collaborate together. I've got Gerard sending me emails going, okay, what do you think about this? And I'm going back and forth with everybody and trying to figure it out. Has been an amazing opportunity, a little bit stressful at times, but still a lot. It's been a lot of fun.
It's a business. So hey, tell us a little bit. Gerard, you've been doing that for a long time now. Is it the first time you do a collaboration with a celebrity, or how is it different?
Yeah, it's first time ever I do something outside my company. That means for me it was important. I said to develop a friendship with them, because of course it is when you work with Jon Bon Jovi, you need to do the best as possible yourself. And also it was great for me to teach Jesse, because Jesse wants to be a wine expert, and I love this idea, because at the end of the day, wine, it's to share emotion and to also share the friendship. And this is a project because of course we have a lot of ambition with this wine because we like to be successful, and also because it is a message in a bottle, because the message is to share peace, love, and harmony, and also the beauty of the Hampton and the beauty of the south of France. It's a full concept.
And for us, like it's a wonderful promotion of France. Thank you so much, guys. You know what? We've been saying a lot, France is back. Like how I've been here for a long time, and there was a time where, it was not too great to be a French. Did you feel that like it was very different to do business with French, or is something that you didn't really look at it?
To be honest with you, it's probably the least popular country on the planet that
Come
Bon Jovi
on.
is known, and it is true. I mean, we're one of the biggest bands in the world, and France is probably one of our least popular countries. It's probably the only country that I can think of that we're not playing in the major soccer stadiums.
Right. Do you know why? Is there an explanation?
Well, there wasn't. Well, we weren't as embraced. I can't tell you, if I can say it's American pop culture or not.
Right.
But I've always loved the country and the culture and the architecture and the food and the respect for their time and place in this world, and so I was always drawn to it. My New Jersey home is French neoclassic in style. I mean, so much of what I'm drawn to is French. But I think France is back in a major way, and at a time when we need it.
I know. We're not going to get political in here, right? Well, you could. I know. Emmanuel Macron,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do something
great.
about that. Did you, this is a great promotion of France, and I would say let's do something with you guys, Emmanuel Macron, to, put something forward. Maybe it's already in the plan.
Yeah, I think first we need to come back to the roots, and of course, with Mr. Lafayette, he was important because Lafayette came here, and then Americans, people save us during the Second World War, and of course we still have fantastic connection between people because we have a deep respect and we understand each other's. And of course I think the way that John and Jesse proposed to me to make this wine was exciting because above the wine and above the project is very good to mix the two different cultures and to give to the consumer a Franco-American or Americano-French perspective.
So, what's your best song to pair with this wine? Tell us.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot to choose from, but
how about you, Jesse?
Bed of Roses.
Hello. Yes, exactly. Question. France is back. You're going on a tour very soon. Yeah. Rosé is huge. Something else that's been big this year. Can we buy this bottle of rosé with Bitcoin? Hello.
Can we buy
are you guys?
Bitcoin?
Is it something that you're looking at, or it's my business background, guys? Come on, I have to ask this question.
I need to see, feel, hold, smell,
right.
and taste my
you're not a fan of
dollars.
Bitcoin. Okay.
I'm not saying I'm not, but I just need to do a little more than that.
Come on, you worked in a startup before, no?
Yeah, I did work at a startup. I certainly have no understanding of Bitcoin, to be perfectly honest with you. I think it's a little too obscure for my taste. It's
fine. Let's focus on rosé and sport, because you guys, I think, the three of you are like huge football. Did you have him play a little bit of football?
Sure.
Yeah. I know you are rugby, but did you guys play together, or we just keep
rugby, no.
on the wine? We just keep on the joie de vivre and so.
No, I think about our appreciation of what it takes, the dedication and commitment to sport is not dissimilar that you approach business and the way you approach music. If you're not fully dedicated and committed to being the best that you can be on the playing field, you're going to get hurt. If you're not fully dedicated and committed to making the best record and doing the best tour, you're not going to last. It's the same approach with this wine, as we're fully dedicated and committed to it.
When is it coming to France, Gérard?
The wine now is available in the US market, in France, in Germany, in the UK, in Australia, in more or less 8 to 10 markets already.
Okay, so fantastic. So we understood you're not going to come to a tour in France anytime soon?
Not this
Oh,
year.
come
I'm
on.
doing a short run across America, and then we're going to go to the Harvest at the in September.
Right.
We look forward to coming back for that, and I'm going to just stay in America this year, and then we're planning on a European tour next year.
All right. And Jesse, so you're in charge of the operation when he's not there, right, in the US, with a little bit of help of Gerard.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much for having us. It was wonderful. And donc here in Miami for the launch of this beautiful rosé. Back to you guys.